60s, tagged as the Red Decade because it was dominated by the Vietnam War and the 1968 assassinations of John F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King Jr. Here in the Philippines, 1965 was the year when Ferdinand Marcos was elected President of the Philippine Republic. 3 years later, on September 12, 1968, marks the birth of a strong-willed person, an inspiration, a person passionate and dedicated to his work, no other than our very own Sir Leoj Bday. It was also in this decade when Elvis Presley, the Beach Boys, and the best band of all time, the Beatles, who conquered the world through their music.
The retro decade. It was then the decade for the young Leoj to spend his grade school days under martial law, which was declared on September 23, 1972.
My countrymen, as of the 21st of this month, I signed Proclamation number 1081, placing the entire Philippines under martial law.
Though under martial law, the young Leoj still enjoyed his childhood with the disco music brought by the Bee Gees, Earth, Wind and Fire, and of course, here in the Philippines, VSD and Company. Female singers also conquered the 70s like Olivia Newton-John, Shirley Bassey, and the lady with the distinct voice, the iconic Karen Carpenter.
I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love put me at the top of the world. Top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world.
80s, the decade for the new wave. It was a colorful decade for the then teenager Leoj. He was 15 years old when the historical EDSA People Power Revolution happened and the first woman president in the Philippines and in Asia, Corazon Aquino, was elected president through a snap election. As it was said to be the new wave era, teenagers like Leoj enjoy the music of Boy George, Bando Ballet, Menudo, the king of pop Michael Jackson, and his female counterpart, the iconic Madonna. '90s, the birth of high technology. The decade when beepers and cellular phones were introduced. Beepers were so popular in the early 90s here in the Philippines. We have Pocket Bell and Easy Call as two primary service providers back then, which opened an opportunity to Sir Leoj. He worked as an agent at Easy Call in 1994. It was on this job where he was asked by his supervisor to cut scratch papers to be used by the team members. This was also the time he learned how the CNS works because he worked next to the computer where he sees the cube. And because of that, his supervisor saw his potentials and later on promoted him to a supervisory position. As Leoj starts to build his career, same thing is happening in the musical and entertainment industry here in the Philippines. It is on this decade when the Razorheads made a name and became the best band of all time. Later on this decade, two famous dance groups was founded and became famous because of their good looks and remarkable dance moves. They are the Universal Motion Dancers and the Street Boys.
Open your eyes, I see. Your eyes are open.
name is CL of 21. It's been a long time coming, but we
2000, the age of the new millennium. The new millennium is a step up for Sir Leoj. As early as 2000, which is just the beginning of the decade, he leveled up. Singapore opened its door for him, where he worked as an operations supervisor from 2000 to 2002. While Sir Leoj is invading Singapore, the Korean pop artists are making their way to invade the world when the song Nobody Nobody was released. Because of the simple dance moves yet very catchy, this Korean pop artist made a mark and they call themselves the Wonder Girls. Not to forget the Korean pop star Psy, famous for his dance moves in his song Gentleman.
And you'll never change. I want nobody, nobody but you. I want nobody, nobody but you. 난 사람 싫어, 네가 아니면 싫어. I want nobody, 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 nobody. I want nobody, nobody but you. I want nobody, nobody but you. 난 사람 싫어, 네가 아니면 싫어. I want nobody, 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 nobody.
Mato fatto gentleman. Mato fatto gentleman. Mato fatto gentleman. Mato fatto gentleman. Mato fatto gentleman.
At the beginning of the decade, it is nothing but a continuous success for our boss. In 2010, he worked as a director for outbound sales in Vietnam. Not to mention his travels here, there, and everywhere. He opened a business of his own on October of 2012, a restaurant called Anki. But as we say in Filipino, hindi araw-araw Pasko. The business did not go well, so he decided to close it down in 2013. In short, out of business. This is something he called his lowest point, where he lost a lot of money and need to start over again. Though it was his lowest point, because of this experience, he learned that nothing should be taken for granted, and that's the reason why he remained humble. Korean invasion continues to conquer the music industry. And just recently, another Korean pop group visited the Philippines. They are the Momoland.
하나뿐인 말, la 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 la. 내 머리부터
Leoj Bday, a strong-willed person, hardworking, a good leader, and most of all, an inspiration. Your kindness and concern for everyone is the reason why you're loved. The happiness in your heart when you hear success stories of your former employees is an inspiration for all of us.
So, from all of us here in the VSD, we love you and we are very thankful for having you as our boss. All the best for you, Sir George. Happy birthday!
'Cause I'm on top of the world, I'm on top of the world, waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. I'm on top of the world.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.